Today, August 30th, Archangel Michael is saying you have been warned. This is not a joke. Your person is walking away from everything for a future with open immediately. Archangel Michael says this message is stamped with urgency for your spirit on this very day. The hour is thin, the veil is thinner, and the truth is stepping forward with unstoppable feet. What is meant for you is knocking like thunder on a silent door. You have felt the tremor under your chest like a drum that never sleeps. You sense the road splitting, one path into fog and one path into firelight. The firelight is the path that carries your name carved into it. Today the air carries a warning that is also a promise. Do not take lightly what your soul knows already, because the heart recognizes its own home. The signs around you have been aligning like constellations that spell destiny. The person who once hesitated is packing away their old shadows. They are closing accounts with doubt, silence, and fear. They are turning their face toward the only future that feels like breath. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You were told to be patient, and your patience became a bridge. You were told to be strong, and your strength became a lighthouse. Now the ship guided by your light moves straight through the last dark wave. Old gossip is losing its echo because truth stands taller than rumors. Old obstacles are crumbling like paper walls in a summer storm. The energy that tried to stall this union is dissolving under the weight of divine timing. Everything that did not serve is being returned to sender in peace. Everything that was stolen from your joy is finding its way back multiplied. The clock that once ran in circles now points forward in a single clear direction. Your person is walking away from every imitation of love that starved the soul. Your person is walking away from every crowded room that felt lonelier than silence. Your person is walking toward the only place where their pulse listens and answers. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Do not call this a coincidence, because heaven does not miss. The alignment was written before language learned to speak. The alignment was promised before doors and keys were imagined. A new chapter opens without begging for permission. It opens with the calm authority of something that always belonged to you. It opens like sunrise that keeps no one waiting. Everything that once felt delayed is now simply on time. Everything that once felt fragile now holds like iron wrapped in velvet. Everything that once felt distant is standing right next to your breath. Archangel Michael says the path ahead is clean, and your footsteps are guided. The road is lit by confirmations, small and large, from morning to night. The yes arriving to your heart today carries the weight of a vow. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You will notice the strange quiet around you that is not empty. It is the quiet that comes when storms run out of thunder. It is the quiet that comes when answers stop running and let themselves be found. Messages will appear that speak without shouting. Words will arrive that do not need arguing to be true. Moments will unfold that feel like they have happened before, because your soul remembers. Your person has traced their way through disappointment and learned the map. Your person has measured the cost of pretending and has paid it in full. Your person now chooses what does not drain, only what restores. Do not fear the sound of doors closing behind you. Those doors are being sealed so you do not wander back into rooms that shrink your spirit. Those doors are proof that the future has already welcomed you in. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You are not losing anything that was yours in the first place. You are shedding what could not carry your blessing without breaking. You are stepping into what can hold you without spilling. The next days will move like a river that knows its destination. The current will carry you even when you stand still. The current will carry your person straight to the shoreline of this union. Understand the warning as holy instruction for your protection. Guard your peace as if it were a crown, because it is. Guard your focus as if it were a passport, because it is. Archangel Michael says let no old story borrow your voice. Speak only the truth of who you are and what you accept now. Speak only the language of yes where the promise has roots. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You will notice the eyes that once looked away now refuse to look elsewhere. You will notice the hands that once trembled now reach with certainty. You will notice that every doubt turns into proof without a fight. The path that was crowded with noise now sounds like music. The path that was dim now glows like amber under warm rain. The path that was narrow now widens enough for joy to walk beside you. People around you will sense the shift before you announce it. They will see the glow that does not need explaining. They will feel the security that does not apologize. Your person is not choosing chaos anymore. Your person is not choosing the mask anymore. Your person is choosing a future that feels like a right answer exhaling. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Let the warning wash the last dust from your expectations. Let the promise lift your gaze to what never left you. Let the clarity tie your days together like bright thread. The pages ahead will not repeat the pages you survived. The pages ahead will write themselves in present tense that tastes like relief. The pages ahead will close the gap that once separated intention from reality. Prepare your space as if a guest of honor is arriving, because one is. Prepare your heart as if a ceremony is beginning, because it is. Prepare your faith as if the bell has already rung, because it has. Every delay becomes a story of how precision won the day. Every tear becomes proof that the roots went deep. Every long night becomes a lantern that keeps glowing after sunrise. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The release of the old agreements is already signed in heaven. The doors that match your nameplate are unlocking on sight. The alignment is not fragile, it is reinforced by grace. You will be guided to speak the line that opens the gate. You will be guided to step at the pace that fits your breath. You will be guided to hold the blessing without gripping it in fear. The path is not asking you to run. The path is inviting you to arrive. The path is promising that arrival is already underway. You are being written into a chapter where your name and peace are synonyms. You are being written into a chapter where home is a person and a place. You are being written into a chapter where miracles feel normal. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The circle that opposed this union is losing interest, power, and access. The circle that fueled confusion is dispersing like mist at noon. The circle that kept you guessing cannot survive clear sunlight. Your steps are escorted by favor like a guard with open hands. Your decisions are escorted by trust that does not tremble. Your mornings are escorted by outcomes that match your prayers. The promise carries a fragrance that keeps finding you. The promise carries a cadence that keeps steady even in traffic. The promise carries a warmth that keeps your shoulders dropped and your breath calm. Your person is walking away from everything that diluted love. Your person is walking toward the life that concentrates love. Your person is walking into the future that pronounces your names together. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. This is not a small shift, this is a relocation of destiny. This is not a minor turn, this is a homecoming of hearts. This is not a passing mood, this is a covenant waking up. You are safe to receive what once frightened you with its magnitude. You are safe to stand in what once felt too bright to face. You are safe to belong inside the answer you kept alive in silence. Make room in your schedule for joy as if it were an appointment. Make room in your home for miracles as if they were guests who stay. Make room in your spirit for ease as if it were a birthright returning. The story that once broke you is handing you back your crown. The chapter that once shook you is now the platform you stand on. The memory that once stung is now the proof that healing completed its work. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Your person folds the old map and throws it into a fire of release. Your person erases numbers that never called back and writes one number with reverence. Your person chooses presence over performance and devotion over display. You are not optional in this future, you are central. You are not a backup plan, you are the blueprint. You are not an afterthought, you are the announcement. Let your heart learn the new rhythm without apology. Let your hands receive without shaking. Let your eyes recognize what is already standing before you. The promise speaks in details, not just in headlines. The promise pays attention to the small hours, not just the grand entrances. The promise remembers the way you held on when no one was clapping. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The seasons agree with you now. The winds that fought you now carry you. The ground that resisted now roots you. Every exit your person makes from the old world is an entry into you. Every goodbye they speak to counterfeit comfort is a hello to real belonging. Every step away from almost is a step into always. You will not need to plead, because what is yours recognizes you without an introduction. You will not need to prove, because what is true stands up by itself. You will not need to chase, because what is aligned arrives on time. Archangel Michael says seal this day with calm authority. Seal it with one bold act that honors your worth. Seal it with a quiet yes that invites heaven to sit down and stay. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The door is not closing on you, it is closing for you. It is closing to protect you from drafts that used to chill your hope. It is closing so that the new room can hold its warmth. Your person is walking away from everything that mocked their own heart. Your person is refusing the noise that used to drown their instinct. Your person is stepping into the silence that finally speaks your name. This future is not a rumor, it is a residence. This future is not a promise on layaway, it is paid in full. This future is not a moving target, it is a table set for two. Let your footsteps match your faith. Let your calendar rearrange itself around peace. Let your home become the place where answered prayers hang their coats. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. The last loose ends are tying themselves with gentle precision. The last resistance is becoming soft as wax under a steady flame. The last fear is shrinking under the weight of simple truth. You will notice a message that reads like a doorbell. You will notice a visit that feels like a vow. You will notice a plan that includes you as the reason, not the decoration. Your person is walking away from everything for a future with you. Your person is walking away from strategies and choosing soul. Your person is walking away from delay and choosing days that finally belong to both of you. The warning was a blessing in disguise, because it prepared your heart to receive. The timing is a gift in motion, because it arrives exactly when your hands are open. The love is a home you both build, because both of you choose it fully. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The hour folds itself around you like a cloak that cannot be stolen. Footsteps of favor keep pacing your threshold as if rehearsing an entrance. The atmosphere keeps arranging chairs for a conversation that changes everything. Old timelines are drying like ink left in the sun. New timelines are wet and shining, ready to press themselves onto your days. Your heart recognizes which page belongs in your book now. Signals are gathering in clusters, not in isolation. A name will carry a warmth that settles the room the moment it appears. A plan will reveal edges that fit your life without forcing. You are standing at the part of the bridge where the view becomes proof. You are standing where endings bless you instead of haunting you. You are standing where beginnings behave like home from the first step. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Your person keeps choosing simplicity over spectacle. Your person keeps choosing truth over tradition that never fed the soul. Your person keeps choosing the road that leads directly to you without detours. The ties that held them to yesterday loosen without a fight. The shadows that used to bargain for their attention lose their price. The reasons that once felt heavy now sound small beside devotion. Momentum is the new language of your connection. Courage is the new calendar of your days. Peace is the new password that opens every door meant for you. The house of silence is being repainted with declarations. The table of delay is being cleared for celebration. The window of doubt is being latched shut so wind cannot undo your warmth. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. You will catch yourself breathing deeper without instructing your lungs. You will notice your shoulders resting lower as if gravity turned gentle. You will feel time cooperating with you instead of negotiating against you. The Archangel's guard stands beside your steps like a steady drum. The route ahead prefers clarity to spectacle and gives you both anyway. The blessing prefers quiet rooms and fills them until the walls glow. Your person drops the last convenient excuse and picks up responsibility with calm hands. Your person leaves the performance stage and sits at the table of vows. Your person chooses ordinary days with you over extraordinary masks without you. There is a knock in this season that sounds like recognition. There is a message in this season that sounds like a promise arriving early. There is a meeting in this season that refuses to miss you. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. Your preparation is not wasted, it is noticed. Your waiting is not empty, it is weighted with outcome. Your faith is not fragile, it is engineered for weather. Rooms that once felt crowded with opposition now feel spacious with agreement. Paths that once felt tangled now fall into a clean line. Hours that once dragged now align with swift precision. Old memories keep handing you the toolkit you need for new days. Old tears keep watering the ground where joy is ready to grow. Old losses keep finishing their work by making you unshakable. You are the answer that refuses to apologize for being correct. You are the peace that refuses to shrink to fit a smaller room. You are the home that refuses to doubt its own address. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. The horizon keeps sliding closer as if pulled by your name. The day keeps rearranging itself to honor what is true. The future keeps choosing the shortest road to your door. You stand in a room where clarity feels like soft thunder. You stand where the floor does not wobble under certainty. You stand where your breath and timing walk side by side. Your person unties the final knot that kept them circling. Your person takes the key from hesitation and gives it back to courage. Your person steps into a light that does not flicker. The echo of yesterday fades like distant traffic. The hum of now grows like a choir learning your melody. The next move writes itself without permission slips. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. The silence between you is no longer empty, it is charged. The pause between messages is no longer fear, it is arrangement. The space between hearts is no longer distance, it is runway. You feel the click of alignment like a well-made door. You feel the rest in your bones like a promise that kept its word. You feel the arrival like sunlight that knew your address. Old comparisons drop away like leaves that finish their season. Old performances fold like costumes after the show ends. Old distractions lose color beside devotion that glows. Your person is not guessing anymore, they are choosing. Your person is not rehearsing anymore, they are arriving. Your person is not dividing anymore, they are dedicating. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. You will notice patterns closing with gentle precision. You will notice names that once stirred anxiety becoming neutral dust. You will notice plans that once excluded you now revolve around you. The road ahead favors steady hands and brave pacing. The calendar ahead favors honest mornings and soft nights. The story ahead favors vows that sound like breathing. This movement is not loud, yet it moves mountains. This decision is not dramatic, yet it changes the map. This love is not a parade, yet it fills the whole city of your life. The signal arrives through simple detail and faithful timing. The message arrives through a line that lands like a key. The welcome arrives through footsteps that do not hesitate at your threshold. Type Amen to get blessing 4242. You hold your peace the way a lighthouse holds its light. You hold your boundaries the way a garden holds its fence. You hold your worth the way a crown holds its shape. Preparation is not pressure here, it is pleasure. Preparation is not panic here, it is ceremony. Preparation is not heavy here, it is a song you already know. Your person cleans the table where promises will eat. Your person closes the windows where drafts of doubt sneaked in. Your person sets 2 plates and writes your name on the napkin of now. The air changes temperature when alignment walks in. The floor grows quieter when purpose sits down. The walls remember every prayer and release warmth back to you. Type Amen to get blessing 4545. You can measure progress by how softly your heart beats. You can measure safety by how easily your shoulders rest. You can measure truth by how little you need to explain. The door behind them does not slam, it seals. The door before you does not creak, it opens on sight. The corridor between is short and bright like a smile that reached the eyes. What once took months will happen in days. What once took days will happen in moments. What once took convincing will happen because it fits. Your person brings presence instead of promises without proof. Your person brings consistency instead of fireworks without warmth. Your person brings ordinary miracles that stack into a life. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. You will see the way routine can be holy. You will see the way breakfasts can be blessings. You will see the way evening walks can stitch peace into your hours. Nothing is forced and everything is intentional. Nothing is rushed and everything is right on rhythm. Nothing is fragile and everything is tender and strong. The map does not need to be redrawn because the route is obvious. The calendar does not need to be filled because the priority fills itself. The room does not need decorations because love furnishes it from within. Your person protects this with action, not only with words. Your person tends this with attention, not only with plans. Your person honors this with choice, not only with feelings. Type Amen to get blessing 5050. You feel held by a season that understands you. You feel guided by signs that do not shout yet never miss. You feel crowned by resolve that fits without pinching. This chapter breathes with a cadence that keeps you steady. This chapter walks with a pace that suits your nervous system. This chapter speaks with a tone that calms storms on contact. Every goodbye behind you becomes gentle history. Every welcome before you becomes living architecture. Every step beside you becomes part of a dance that feels like home. Your person does not borrow language from fear anymore. Your person does not give discounts on devotion anymore. Your person does not lose sight of the point anymore, because the point is you. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. You notice how mornings greet you with soft certainty. You notice how interruptions bend to favor instead of chaos. You notice how answers stand up quickly when you call them by name. The circle around you shrinks to quality and grows in honesty. The offers around you shrink to what aligns and grow in goodness. The noise around you shrinks to a whisper and grows in meaning. This is what happens when a promise becomes place. This is what happens when a vision becomes furniture. This is what happens when 2 hearts become one address. Your person keeps the door steady while you bring the light. Your person keeps the schedule open while you bring the song. Your person keeps the vow warm while you bring the breath. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. The next message will feel like a key you already held. The next call will sound like an echo from a future that arrived. The next meeting will move like a river that always knew your shore. You sit at a table where relief is the centerpiece. You sit in a chair where belonging fits your posture. You sit in a room where calm is the loudest thing. No old script gets to direct your new scene. No old fear gets to narrate your new page. No old habit gets to decide your new pace. Your person seals this season with practical tenderness. Your person seals this future with everyday loyalty. Your person seals this love with the quiet of something unquestioned. Type Amen to get blessing 5757. You exhale and the room answers with warmth. You smile and the walls remember every time you waited. You rest and the floor holds you like a promise that kept watch. The horizon stops running because you stopped chasing. The blessing stops hiding because you stopped doubting. The timing stops teasing because you stopped fearing. This is the arrival that respects your scars and honors your hope. This is the arrival that makes sense of every night. This is the arrival that wears your name like it was made for it. Your person walks beside you, not ahead or behind. Your person speaks beside you, not over or around. Your person chooses beside you, not instead or apart. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. You are not late to your own life. You are not early to your own miracle. You are right on the clock that love set for you. The way forward tastes like relief that stayed. The way forward looks like stability that shines. The way forward feels like devotion that breathes. Every day adds one more brick to an address called peace. Every week adds one more window to an outlook called joy. Every month adds one more room to a home called us. Your person is walking away from noise for a future with you. Your person is walking away from almost for a future with you. Your person is walking away from doubt for a future with you. Type Amen to get blessing 6262. The chapter turns without tearing the page. The sentence lands without losing its rhythm. The meaning stands without leaning on drama. You notice how silence can be sweet when trust is present. You notice how plans can be simple when love is clear. You notice how time can be kind when peace is the plan. Nothing that belongs to you will miss you. Nothing that defines you will abandon you. Nothing that heals you will harm you. Your person carries the calm you prayed for. Your person carries the clarity you waited for. Your person carries the commitment you deserve. Type Amen to get blessing 6464. The sunrise learns your name and enters softly. The hours move like a river that decided to be kind. The minutes stack into comfort the way bricks stack into home. Your steps remember the choreography of trust. Your voice carries the tone of someone who already arrived. Your eyes hold the shine of promises that kept themselves. Every small task begins to feel like ceremony. Every ordinary moment feels embossed with meaning. Every quiet evening feels like a vow being honored. Your person treats your peace like sacred ground. Your person treats your time like a priceless archive. Your person treats your heart like the safest address they know. Type Amen to get blessing 6868. A letter in the mail will read like a gentle trumpet. A door you forgot will unlock itself as you reach it. A memory that once hurt will turn into a lantern that guides. You will notice how easily laughter returns. You will notice how quickly storms run out of energy near you. You will notice how naturally rest chooses your shoulder. Every room you enter will exhale. Every plan you make will align with grace instead of strain. Every choice you take will echo with yes long after the moment passes. Your person replaces suspense with steadiness. Your person replaces noise with nurturing. Your person replaces maybe with a daily living yes. Type Amen to get blessing 7070. The old storyline fades like chalk in rain. The fresh storyline paints itself in colors that do not run. The next chapter edits out everything that never belonged. You honor the lesson without dragging the weight. You honor the scar without replaying the pain. You honor the journey by letting the destination sit down. Doors that once ignored you now swing open as if they were waiting. Paths that once twisted now lead straight as truth. Signs that once whispered now stand tall without shouting. Your person knows which hand to hold and never lets go. Your person knows which silence to keep and keeps it kindly. Your person knows which future to choose and chooses it daily. Type Amen to get blessing 7272. You will measure wealth in unhurried mornings. You will measure success in regulated breath. You will measure love in how calmly the room feels. The clock becomes partner instead of judge. The calendar becomes garden instead of cage. The week becomes a melody that does not lose pitch. Old fears grow bored because they get no stage time. Old patterns retire because they lost their audience. Old doubts relocate because your address is now guarded. Your person reads your heart fluently without correcting its accent. Your person returns home on time without being asked. Your person keeps the covenant warm even on cold days. Type Amen to get blessing 7474. The ground under you is finished arguing. The sky above you is done withholding. The air around you is practicing celebration. You treat your peace like a daily appointment you never miss. You treat your calling like a room that deserves fresh flowers. You treat your joy like a skill you keep mastering. A message will arrive that ends an old sentence and starts a new paragraph. A meeting will occur that confirms what your spirit already knew. A plan will crystallize that fits your life without making you smaller. Your person holds the umbrella when clouds appear, and the umbrella is big enough for two. Your person remembers the details that most forget, and the details keep you safe. Your person builds routine that feels like sanctuary. Type Amen to get blessing 7878. You will feel the difference between effort and alignment. You will feel the difference between noise and instruction. You will feel the difference between almost and always. The house of your heart gains new rooms for laughter. The table of your days gains new chairs for miracles. The journal of your nights gains new pages for gratitude. Nothing chases you anymore because you stopped running from yourself. Nothing confuses you anymore because truth stands in the center. Nothing intimidates you anymore because calm is your armor. Your person treats forever like a daily practice. Your person treats trust like a living language. Your person treats love like a craft learned humbly and kept well. Type Amen to get blessing 8080.